Good evening, and Merry Christmas. This has been quite a day, hasn't it?
Yes.
I'd like you to meet my 3 children. This is my oldest, Linda Susan.
Merry Christmas.
Charlie Jr.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
And my youngest, Lori.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Wait a minute, Lori. We haven't even started the show yet.
What story are you going to tell tonight, Mother?
When you've grown up, my dears, and are as old as I, you'll often ponder on the years that roll so swiftly by. Toyland, Toyland, little girl and boyland, while you dwell within it, you are ever happy then. Childhood's joyland, mystic, merry toyland. Once you pass its borders, you can ne'er return again.
Victor Herbert's Babes in Toyland. Written for television by Sheldon Keller and Jack Brooks. Starring Shirley Temple, Jonathan Winters, Jerry Colonna, Joe Besser, Carl Valentine, Henry Stafford, Michelle Petit, and Angela Cartwright.
Time, there was a little place called Village Without a Name. One of its inhabitants was Uncle Barnaby.
8,714, 8,715, 1,716.
Uncle Barnaby is a mean, miserly, ill-tempered, cantankerous...
And don't forget nasty. I'll fight for that one. 8,700, or was it 7,800? 1, 2, 3.
Left in the care of their Uncle Barnaby are little Alan and Jane.
Jane, this food gets worse and worse every day.
Oh, Alan, I don't think I can eat mine.
Stop talking and start eating, and every drop, too. Food costs money, you ungrateful little brats.
But, Uncle, we simply can't eat this food. It's awful.
Yes, Uncle, taste it.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Ah! Oh! Boy, that smarts. Now eat up. There's nothing wrong with it, just as I say. Whew. Oh, it's just them vitamins fighting one another back. Oh.
So you can see, Alan and Jane's lot was not a pleasant one. In fact, the only things that made their lives bearable were the few dolls they managed to collect, in spite of their uncle's stinginess.
Bo Peep, she's lost her sheep, Red Riding Hood from out of the wood. And Peter, pumpkin eater, having lots of fun. There's Contrary Mary, Simple Simon, Tom, the piper son. There's Little Boy Blue, there's Jack and Jill, there are a couple of fancy steppers. There's Peter Piper, Pink and Peg, so pretty
sheep, I'll steal her sheep if you don't be still and let me sleep. And you shut up with your riding hood, or I'll get the wolf to scare you good. And you snip before I'm through. Your friend will be little boy black and blue. If I don't rest, little brats, I'll scare you with 1,000 bats. One more peep and I swear I'll plunge in and throw you both in the darkest dungeon, with a rock for a pillow and a bed of nails and nothing to eat but beetles and snails. Away, be gone, get lost, skidoo, you miserable kids, I've had it with you. They don't call me Mr. Nice Guy for nothing. 4,377, 4,378.
See that money that Uncle Barnaby is counting? It really belongs to Alan and Jane. It was left to them by their dear departed parents to be given to them as soon as they grow up.
And if they don't grow up, the money will be mine. So I've hired 3 cutthroats to see that they don't grow up. Would you believe it? This is one of my good days. 8,681, or was it 7,600 and... 1, 2, 3...
Amigo, Gonzales,
Gonzorgo,
Rodrigo, where there's crime and corruption, we go. Gonzales,
Gonzorgo,
Rodrigo, we stealers and wheelers and wheel dirty dealers. Toting our heaters, we steal from the meters.
fighting and kicking and stealing a chicken.
We're running from state to house we go. Gonzales,
Gonzorgo,
was on the tip of my tongue a minute ago. Rodrigo, don't hit. You scared me.
Are you the 3 cutthroats I sent for?
Yes, sir.
Well, what took you so long to get here?
We were followed by 2 men.
that was us, stupid.
Why didn't you tell me?
How do I know you 3 are bona fide cutthroats and thieves?
How do you know? See this?
What in the wide, wide world is that?
We were on the Olympic stealing team.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, he's such a skeptic.
I heard that.
You're a sneak.
You want further proof? Show him, Gonzalo.
I thought you'd never ask. Your gold watch,
Cats!
your belt,
Hutch! Buttons!
and now for the big one. I believe these are yours.
No!
Oops, it's mine.
You want still further proof? Look into my eyes.
What does that prove?
Nothing, but aren't they beautiful? Well, do we get the job?
Well, all right. But one slip, and all 3 of you go back to the Illinois home for the ugly.
Not that!
Now, come close. I have a plan. Now, tonight, when the moon is high, I think some kids have painted a mustache on you. Is that a real mustache?
No, fake. This is the real one.
Now, tonight when the moon is full, I want you 3 to take my little nephew and niece, Alan and Jane, for a little boat ride. Knock it off. Now, when the wind starts to howl, the spray from the sea comes in, you 3 abandon ship.
Abandon ship?
That's right, clown. That means to go down with the boat.
Oh.
And we leave the little darlings to sink.
Oh, he's a nasty, isn't he?
How do we know the ship is going to sink?
It's the SS Swiss cheese, clown. Enough holes in that boat to sink any ship. Now look, I intend to pay all of you very well, so don't fail me.
You can depend on us. We're efficient.
Capable!
And Rodrigo! Come on.
To the boat!
To the boat! Let's go.
Very soon, and the money will be mine. The children will sink with the boat. I love money. Wonderful money. Boy, am I greedy.
When I tie them, they stay tied.
I'm so afraid. You don't have to be afraid, Sister Dia. I have enough fear for both of us.
When I was a lad, I wanted to lead the life of a sailor man. The enemy to fight at sea, I always thought was grand.
What's grand?
Swab the decks in jolly style, and always wear a smile. Oh, the life of a sailor for me, for me, for me, for me, for me. Oh, ahoy there! Off the down!
Aye, aye, sir.
Back down the hatches!
Aye, aye, sir.
Back down the battle!
Aye, aye, sir. Say, what does all that mean?
I don't know, but doesn't it sound exciting?
Aye, aye, sir.
Oh, it's cold. I should have brought my sluggies.
Now, mateys, it looks like a north by northeaster. Or it could be a south by southwester. And again, it could be an east by northwester. Whatever it is, we'll all be drowned by next Easter.
Oh, that was a wet one. Come on, let's get up in this tub. Let's get up in this tub.
Good idea, Charlie.
But if you don't mind, my dear children, we've got to be leaving you now.
What? You're deserting us?
Well, we're late for our swimming lesson.
But you can't just leave us here. You've got to stay.
Oh, don't be worried about that.
You're very kind. You're very kind, little tykes. Just hold on to the mast. Don't worry about a thing. We don't like to wear out our welcome.
You mustn't. You just can't.
Ah, yes, we can.
Oh, yes, my dear children, we go. Gonzales!
Gonzargo!
Rodrigo!
Oh, I wanted to say yes.
What will become of us? I don't know, Jane. I don't know.
Well, if you remember, Alan and Jane were left adrift in a leaky boat by their evil Uncle Barnaby. It seems strange, doesn't it, that anyone would want to harm those...
Mommy, no, please talk a little faster. Alan and Jane are in terrible trouble.
All right, Laurie. Let's see how they're getting along.
Alan!
Jane, are you all right?
I think so,
But where are we? I don't know. But I think we're safe.
Don't be frightened, children. No one looks too good in the morning. I'm Floretta, beloved gypsy witch. Oh, excuse me. My pot's boiling over. Oh, dear. Let's see if I've got this old recipe right now. Oh, 1.5 cups of sifted pussycat's tails. Yes. 2 pounds of frozen crabgrass. 1 pint of unsweetened toadstool juice. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. And 2 handfuls of porcupine quills. Ow! Ooh! And sweetened to taste. Now I'll taste this little concoction. Man, that's nothing. I am a Romany Rye. gypsy am I, the past or the future, to tell you I'll try. Your fortune I'll read from your plummeted glance. Pray notice I also collect in advance. Pray notice I also collect in advance.
Beloved witch, since you are such a great fortune teller, tell us where we are.
You're at the edge of our gypsy camp. It's right through those trees.
Oh, thank goodness we're among friends. We thought we were being done in when we were set adrift in a leaky boat by our dear old Uncle Barnaby.
Did you say Uncle Barnaby?
Yes, do you know him?
Yes. No. Not well. Why don't you children join in the fun at our gypsy camp while I make sure my fire is out? Mustn't make it Smokey the Bear mad at us, must we? Do I know Uncle Barnaby? I know him well, the old miser. He probably tried to get rid of the children for their money. I'll bet he'd give a pretty penny to know where his little charges are.
You say the little brats survived the shipwreck? Where are they, you old bat?
Pray notice I always collect in advance.
Isn't it a little late for trick-or-treat?
Who's talking? Woo!
Woo-hoo, I'm too young to die.
She's cute, yeah.
Say, I wonder if I could get a few words in here. After all, I'm a lot older and nastier than you three. Here's a gold coin. Where are they, you old bat?
My memory is fuzzy.
Fuzzy, eh? All right. Here's another coin. Boy, are you ugly.
The fog seems to be lifting.
Where are they?
I still can't seem to get a picture.
All right. Here, you old thief.
I read you loud and clear. The little darlings are right through there enjoying a gypsy dance. La, 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 la,
Cut it out. Now, come here. I have a plan. Come close. Clumsy louts, I can't take you anyplace. Now, come close to me. Here's what I want you to do. Got the little monsters. Good boy. Job well done.
They won't get away again.
Why do you wear that ridiculous mustache?
Keeps my nose warm.
Rodrigo, you did it again.
Oh, it was really you.
Shake, partner.
You won't squeeze.
Promise.
Here, you oafs, you let me stick.
Well, you know the old gypsy saying, easy come, easy go.
What they're saying?
That's what they're saying.
After them, after them.
After them!
After them.
Poor devils.
No need to follow them. They'll never get away.
What do you mean?
Do you know what they've gotten into?
No, what?
The terrible spider forest.
Oh, good. Gold is as good as mine. Say we're a couple of baddies, huh?
Yes.
Give me up. I'm no good for you.
Do you think they've stopped chasing us, Jane? I hope so, but I'm scared, Alan. Cheer up. Nothing could be more scary than being in the clutches of evil old Uncle Barnaby. I'm sure we'll find something soon. Jane, look, over there. Oh, I can't believe it. It's a village. A village? There'll be people and food and places to sleep. Oh, I can't wait, Alan. Let's run. How do you do?
I do as I please.
It's warm today.
I think it'll freeze.
Pardon me, sir. My sister and I are looking for something to eat.
Well, chew on your nails or puppy dog tails. Don't bother a man on the street.
Mean Town, we're citizens of Mean Town. We never love, we only hate. We never help, we aggravate. We never hesitate to frown. Here in old Mean Town.
It's a lovely day.
I think it'll rain.
Maybe it will.
You'll give me a pain.
Pardon me, sir. We're weary and tired. We've walked for miles and miles.
I'm sick of your talk. Keep on with your walk and wipe off those sickening smiles.
Mean Town, we're citizens of Mean Town. We never love, we only hate. We never help, we aggravate. We never hesitate to frown. It is most dreary, bleak and bleary. Never happy, never cheery. Here in old Mean Town. Row, right, ho, snarl, near, snitch, sneer, mad, 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 mad.
Hold it! Hold it! I've got a complaint out on you two. You're under arrest.
What kind, sir?
You call me kind. Don't you ever call me kind again as long as you live.
Why are we being arrested?
The laws of Meantown, Section 9, Article 4. Mischievous smiling and kindness in the first degree.
But my good man.
Good! You call me good. Well, I warned you. That's Section 5. Niceness to an officer. It's jail for you.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
You're not welcome.
Well, at least we've got something to eat. Yeah. This food is meaner than the people. Well, at least we got a place to sleep. I'm so tired, I'd like to stay here for a long, long time. Well, we can, Jane. Don't you see we've got to get back home and claim our money from evil old Uncle Barnaby? We've just got to get out. But how? You must rest now, sister. Something will turn up. You must try to get some sleep, too. What was that? See that shadow sway? That is nothing, dear. You must let me stay. I am watching here. Hark, the fairy's guard. No, that cannot be. See that ogre tall? 'Tis a cypress tree. Go to sleep, slumber deep, little one, oh sleep, while watch I keep. Dream and rest, that is best, till
one end of the sheet to the saddle and the other to the jailer's belt. Well, what'll that do? Never mind. Now hand me that pepper shaker and get ready to make a run for it. Oh, dear.
Come back here. You, come back here. You'll go to jail for this.
What do you mean Alan and Jane are still alive?
That's what I read in the morning tea leaves.
But you assured me that they would perish in the terrible spider forest. Now, I want you to... I often wonder, do you have a license to practice witchcraft?
Don't get fresh with me, you nasty old tightwad.
Now, where are they, you old bat?
Oh, considering you stand to come into quite a bit of their money if you find them, their whereabouts should be worth a pretty penny. Ha!
Well, I'm willing to pay, but where are they? Conjure up a picture.
How much will you give me?
Oh, in the neighborhood of 2 gold pieces?
Oh, I don't get a good picture in that neighborhood. That's a fringe area. I figure it's worth 50 gold pieces to get a clear and sharp picture.
50 gold pieces? Your head has got to go back to the shop.
Take it or leave it.
All right, here. Boy, I'd like to belch you one. Now, where are they, you old thief?
Oh, dear. I do hope Alan and Jane turn around. They're on their way to Toyland.
Toyland, eh? I think I'll pay them a little visit. Why am I always laughing like a boob?
Are you all right, Jane? Uh-huh, but do you think we've lost them? We should have. We've been walking for hours. That music. Jane, look! Oh, could it be? I think so. We've stumbled on the Toyland.
Well, children, can you imagine how Alan and Jane must have felt finding themselves in Toyland? The place where all your beautiful Christmas toys were made.
What does Toyland look like? Can we see it, Mother?
How about you, Linda Susan? Would you like to see Toyland?
Well, I guess it will be all right for the children.
All right, old-timer. Let's look in on Alan and Jane in the wonderful kingdom of Toyland.
So you're Alan and Jane, our two little babes in Toyland.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Master Toymaker.
And how do you like our happy little land?
Oh, it's about the most wonderful place in the world.
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. Wait until you witness the parade of the toy soldiers.
Oh, Mr. Master Toymaker, may me stay here forever?
Well, I'll have to give you a little test. You see, I'll have to see what you are at figures. Here's a little problem for you. If a steamship weighed 10,000 tons and sailed 5,000 miles with cargo large of overshoes and carving knives and files, if the mates were almost 6 feet high and the bosun near the same, would you subtract or multiply to find the captain's name?
Put down 6 and carry 2. Gee, but this is hard to do. You can think and think and think till your brains are numb. I don't care what teacher says, I can do the sum.
Well, Alan, Jane, you need a little brushing up on your arithmetic. But let me think up some job for you so we can keep you here in Toyland.
Oh, thank you. Do you hear what I hear? It's Uncle Barnaby come to do away with us.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean?
We've got to get out of here. But where? Quick, over there, into the Toymaker's workshop. Yeah, over there. Come on, Alan.
But, Alan, Jane, just a moment.
They must be in here somewhere. Are you the master Toymaker?
I am. May I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for 2 little wretched children.
Oh, I'm afraid you've come to the wrong place. There are no bad children in Toyland.
Oh, merely a figure of speech. They're really my little relatives, and I love children, all children.
Now, we don't have to really get rid of the kids, huh?
Easy.
Come on, let go. You're hurting my sinus.
What's this about getting rid of the kids?
What he means is he loves to kid with them.
Oh, kid.
Perhaps I could describe them to you. One is a little boy, and the other is a little girl.
Perhaps a bit later, gentlemen. Right now, it's time for me to review my troops. Let the march of the toys begin.
Hurry, Jane, the parade is almost over. Do you think this will work, Alan?
One wooden soldier looks just like my little brat nephew. Oh, no, couldn't be. Resemblance. It's uncanny.
Release those children.
You must help us, Mr. Toymaker. Uncle Barnaby has come to do away with us for our money, which is rightfully ours.
You're a snitch.
Is this true?
You can't prove a thing. It's their word against mine. Unless you can produce witnesses, I demand that you give me those two wretched children. There's a fine point of law there that I don't understand.
Don't let him take us, please. He's not a nice person. No.
But we're fair here in Toyland. And I'm afraid that unless you can produce a witness...
Did someone say they needed a witness?
It's the witch.
I'll testify against the old skinflint. That'll teach you to give me a bag full of wooden nickels.
Couldn't we just split everything? Say 70-30?
No.
50-50?
No.
40-60? I'll throw in my catcher's mitt and how about a frog?
Save your breath.
You're a very good witness. How could you? Stealing from children, attempting to do away with them. How do you explain such outrageous behavior?
Well, you see, lately, Master Toymaker, I've had this nagging backache and overall headachy feeling.
There's no excuse for such outrageous behavior. You will return the money to the children. All of it.
Not all of it.
Yes, all of it. You have done a terrible deed. And you've forgotten an important thing. No man ever stands so tall as when he stoops to help a child. I sentence you and your friends to spend the rest of your days in Meantown.
Meantown?
And you, my dear, because you have helped these children, you are on probation. You may stay here in Toyland.
Oh, good. I can help make the voodoo dolls.
Mama, we're so lucky. This is the nicest Christmas I ever had.
do you think?
I think you did.
I'd like to thank tonight's cast, Jonathan Winters, Jerry Colonna, Joe Besser, Carl Ballantyne, Hanley Stafford, and little Angela Cartwright and Michelle Petit for their wonderful performances in Babes in Toyland. Next week, we'll be back with one of our most popular shows of the season. For those of you who missed it, and for those of you who would like to see it again, it is the Rudyard Kipling story, Kim, and it deals with excitement and high adventure in the mysterious land of India at a time when the entire fate of the British throne rested for one dangerous moment upon the shoulders of a boy named Kim. And it stars Michael Rennie as a British Secret Service agent and young Tony Haig as Kim. And now, from Linda Susan, Charlie Jr., Laurie, and myself, a very Merry Christmas and a Happy